Hello, I'm Terrell Jones, founder of winningcollege.com and the author of The Fastest Way to Winning College, where I help train students on optimizing college. I got a very interesting question the other day from a student asking, how do I get through this FAFSA process? And that's actually a very common question, one of the most common questions that I get from parents and from students, and it's a great question. So what I'm going to give you today is just a few things that you can do to help get yourself a little bit more money and make this process a little bit less stressful. Everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, but most people who's going through college is going to have to deal with FAFSA at some point in time. Unless, you know, your parents is just shelling out money, you're going to have to deal with FAFSA at some given point in time. For me, of course, my mother, I wasn't born rich. I wasn't born with any kind of money for real. At this point in time, I was eating syrup sandwiches and and fried bologna. So that's how I grew up. So just for me to be able to get into college, to get accepted for FAFSA was just a great accomplishment. So just going through that process, I can remember just calling my mother, just bugging her at work, trying to get this whole FAFSA thing started and everything. So it can be very frustrated. And you got to remember that FAFSA could be a double-edged sword. If you take advantage of it, if you're lucky enough to get FAFSA, you take advantage of it, it can be good because it's opening the door for you to get into college, do what you need to do, get into your career, make the money, and then you invest in, right? FAFSA is an investment, so then you pay that investment, you paying that money back. Or on the other side of the edge, it can be you lucky enough to get FAFSA, but you playing, you bullshitting, you're not really doing what you're supposed to do. Then it gets to a point where you may be lucky enough to graduate, but now you're not in a career that you really want to be in. You're not making the money you're supposed to be in, and then now you got Sally Mae, or now they call it Navient, blowing your phone up, and now you're getting yourself into more debt. So how do you mitigate this? Well, first thing you want to do is to make sure that you know everything as far as deadlines, what you're supposed to submit, the times you're supposed to submit. That's very key because that'll determine how much money you're going to get. That's not the full that's not everything, but that's going to be part of determining how much money you're going to get. So the earlier you apply, it just makes sense. The less people, it's not an infinite amount of money, right? So you could think of it as a pot. Everybody who's going to school and needs money from the government to get into school, they're taking from that pot. Now, naturally, the longer you wait, there's going to be more people that's taking from that pot, which means that it's going to be less overall. So the earlier you apply, the better. Now, just starting this year, you can actually apply to go to FAFSA the following year, the October before, and they just starting it this year. So October of this year, if you in school, or you got a child or whoever in school, right, student that's in school or going to school, this October you can actually start the FAFSA process and applying and do everything. And by the time it hits the following year, fall, you can be in school by that time, but you're giving yourself a whole lot of time to really open the door. And a lot of people don't know this. So if you're watching this, if you got an opportunity right now, you're watching this, make sure you do it in October. You're putting yourself on the side of the angels. Next thing I would say is make sure that the information that you're putting into FAFSA is correct. If you're messing up, or if there's some information that's correct or that's incorrect or not verified or whatever the case is, or missing, they'll send it back. And that's just time that's ticking. And time to keep ticking, the later you wait, the more your chances are that you're not going to get the amount of money, the highest amount of value that you can receive. And then the last thing that a lot of people really don't know is you can actually petition, or probably a better word would be you can dispute the amount that you got. So from the time that you submitted the FAFSA to the time you actually got the award, you can actually dispute it, because once you get that amount, right, then you gotta realize that's the amount that you're gonna be paying back, or you know, that's the amount that you're gonna be paying back. But also, that is the basis of the amount of income that you was making at the time, you, your parents, or whoever's paying. So you can actually dispute it, because things change, things happen in life, right? You got, you know, job could change, income could change, hours could change, which changes your money. So you can actually dispute that and possibly get more. So you do those things, I think you'd be pretty good with FAFSA, all right? So if you like this video, if you have any other techniques or ways to really help out with the FAFSA process, just make sure that you comment, make sure that you like, share it with somebody who can use this, and just add your comments, because we want this community to be able to benefit, and that's what really these videos are for, and these blogs are for, is to really build this community of people that's really helping, and you know, helping our students, helping you and our students optimize college, and not just go there just for one aspect, just, you know, for the girls, or just for the guys, or just for the social aspect. It's actually to optimize and get through it, so you get into the career that you love, make a large impact, and make a ton of money. Until next time.